Guys, welcome to the I Love CVille Show. My name is Jerry Miller. It's so good to be with you and connect with you through the I Love CVille network. We're live in Charlottesville, Albemarle County, Central Virginia, the Commonwealth, the country, and the world. Here on the I Love CVille Show, Brian Ashworth, our guest. This man has been grinding. We're going to welcome him to the show in T-minus 20 seconds as we spotlight a restaurateur who's doing well for the community and who's opened a new location. I'm so excited to spotlight this. This guy is just good freaking people, man, who makes good freaking food, who has a great family and a great staff, and is just doing good things for Charlottesville. And that's what we're all about, showcasing folks like Brian and what they're all about on the I Love CVille Show. Before we go anywhere, we are an advertising agency. We have about 114 clients on our roster. We love working alongside small businesses from New Providence, New Jersey to Asheville, North Carolina. Two of our favorites, Interstate Pest and Service Companies and Scott Wagner Chiropractic and Sports Medicine. All aspects of their brand we rep on the first and second floor here in the Macklin building. Interstate started in 1969, the first generation, Mr. Robert Wells. Get this, this man in 1969 used his personal truck and payphones around Charlottesville to build a company. Now there's 4 generations of family running it and almost 100 team members. Amazing story. I want one day maybe my business could be like that. No pressure, son. You're only 2 years old. Also, Dr. Wagner, Scott Wagner, Chiropractic and Sports Medicine, changing people's lives through chiropractic care, sports medicine, and physical therapy. I see Doug Niven watching. I see Aaron King. I see Neil Williamson. Give it a like and a share. Let's go straight to Brian Judah Wickower, our director. Dude, you grinding, huh?
I am trying to stay awake. Yeah? Man, me and my crew are working really hard to try to, get this new spot up and running.
Yeah.
I ask our customers who have been in the new place to be patient with us. We're working out a lot of kinks. It's been a rough transition. We're a little understaffed, but we got some more people coming in. But we're all really excited and trying to put our best foot forward for everybody,
I love it. Chef and owner Laura Fonner at Dooners. Hello, welcome to the show. All right, tell us about it. You go from a place that was so effing popular that you could never get a seat. There was a line out the door. You guys always managed the demand. You always made everyone feel special walking into the original location. Explain how much the seating and the capacity has increased.
So in our old location, we had between 12 and 14 seats, depending on if we could find a few of the stools or not. But now we have, I believe it's 50 seats. Wow. It might be 60, but we have a full bar with 14 stools and, plenty of dining. Just tons more space for all of our customers. So.
Why the new location? Were you like, it's time to expand?
Yeah. Well, we were bottlenecking in the old space, and I should have probably moved into a bigger space sooner, but live and learn. First business I've ever owned, so
totally get it.
Fake it till you make it, right?
Throw this to you. You guys are crushing it. The food is banging. The atmosphere is fantastic. I love the brand. What does the entrepreneur and the owner of the business have to do when expanding to a new location? Just give us a flip book of like the last few months of what your life has been like.
Oh my God, it's I've been relying very heavily on my crew because I can't, with opening a new business, you got to be everywhere else and meeting with people and getting money together, and so I've it feels like I haven't been a cook for a couple months. I've been more of like a project manager, a contractor of sort, building things, trying to get schedules written, which is my least favorite part of being a business owner, is writing schedules. It's just like, once we get the crew in, I'm going to have everyone on a regular schedule, so it doesn't have to change. But it's just been, pretty much just like a full sprint for the last few months with no rest in the middle. It's how it feels, yeah.
Now, I bet you like the building stuff, don't you?
It's fun, yeah.
Yeah?
It's interesting.
What are some of the stuff you built?
I don't know, man. I built the bar.
Yeah,
I guess
saw that.
I almost forgot that. I was going to say I've hung a few shelves in the dish pit, but like
the bar looks dope.
Yeah, my dad and I built a black walnut bar that was blown. The black walnut tree that we built the bar out of was actually blown over on Rosser Avenue, right off Preston, in the Draco storm of 2012. So it's a pretty cool history. It's a tree that's from less than a mile away from the restaurant where it's a bar now. It got blown over by nature, so it wasn't lumbered down for its size or anything. And I just lucked out, and a guy that I know had the lumber stashed in a barn for like 5 or 6 years to kind of cure it, and I bought it off him. Did a whole bunch of work chipping the bark off of the edges and sanding it down, getting the mill marks out of it. But so we've got like a natural edge black walnut bar at the new Ace, and that's what we're really trying to do is develop our bar business from this point.
Crush it, dude.
I hope so. Yeah, like we want to, make a happy hour scene out of the place. Nothing, no late night scene.
Sure.
Just, come after work, hang out for a couple hours, have a few drinks, eat a plate of food, and get the hell out. So
That
I can go
entire
home.
corridor is itching for that. And you
Yeah.
have good, strong, long-lasting, hard-working businesses in that corridor that really don't have a close go-to spot right now.
Right. We're really excited about all of our business neighbors on Harris, like Bailey Printing and Press.
Like Interstate.
Interstate, yep.
Yeah.
They are our pest. Actually, we use Dodson. Maybe I'll switch.
Yeah.
Dodson, you might want to think about your rates. So we've got a relationship with Kitchenette. Some friends of mine own that place, and they make good lunch. And then we got like Bailey Printing and Press and Allied Concrete, and we've been doing a lot with all those guys for years now. But now we're even closer and doing more, so it's good.
So first day's open. When was it?
It was last Tuesday.
Okay.
So we've been open for
8 days.
Yep.
How's the reception been?
Good. We've had customers in the door. Like I said, we have had a lot of glitches that we've been working out. So we've definitely had some like slower ticket times and
What are glitches in restaurants?
just like the systems you have worked out, like where everything is, where things live, so you can know where you just live on instinct in the kitchen. You reach for things, you know where they are.
Yeah.
Everything's in different places now, so we don't know where anything is. We're trying to get it to where the kitchen is a smooth operating kitchen like it was in the other place. On most days, that is. So. Yeah, those are mostly the glitches. Just making sure you have everything in place, everything's streamlined to where it's easily reachable. But we're still working on that.
We're going to give some props to some people watching you.
Cool.
Dave Warwick says hello.
My man Dave.
Brian Hellerberg, Petty Pois, Fleury watching right now. Alton Fox, Anthony Waynesboro, Christopher King, John Micklejohn watching. Kate Reynolds watching right now. 14 different chefs watching as we speak. Doug says, I ate there last week. The chicken and waffles were off the hook.
Nice.
Tom Bowe is watching from Take It Away Sandwich Shop.
Cool.
So a lot of people watching right now. I love this
Hey,
about
everybody.
Charlottesville, about how we are so effing passionate about supporting local.
That makes me feel good, too.
Doesn't it make...
Oh, yeah.
Talk to me about that.
There's a lot of pressure, like just being any size business owner. If you have employees and especially like moving into a larger location, I'm greatly in debt right now. I owe a lot of money. So for the fact that the town rallies around local businesses that they already know and love is very reassuring to me,
Throw this to you. I remember, and still doing it, when we expanded in this building. Debt. Going to the bank. And I'm like, I believe in this idea. I'm going to put my nuts on the line.
Yep.
My family on the line. But I believe in myself, and I want to bet on myself to win. That is a scary effing feeling.
It is. And then all the bank does is like make it as hard for you as possible. I ended up cutting the bank out of this whole process.
You went to a seller, a private funding?
Third-party funding.
Nice.
And yes, some private loans as well.
The vulnerability that goes with it. Talk to me about that.
If it fails, my ass is grass. But it ain't going to fail. I mean, it's just...
Respect.
There's just... I have to basically balance, make sure right now everyone that works for me is overworked, quite simply. So we're bringing new staff in, more staff in next week. Hopefully it's going to spread us out a little bit, give us all a little rest. But, the things, not only the money things go through your head, but you also have to balance the morale of your crew, which is extremely important.
Talk to me about that.
Yeah, morale. It's got to stay high or nothing, it feels like you're walking on
eggshells.
Yeah, it just feels too uncertain unless everybody's happy and you're doing everything you can to keep your staff happy at their job. Sometimes it's tough.
Your buddy Dave says, congratulations, brother. Was just there yesterday. Space looks beautiful. And Tommy Pastrami was on effing point.
Tommy.
Ray Cadell, welcome to the show. Thank you for sharing the program. All right, throw this to you. I remember the first time you were on the show, and we talked about you expanding. I so admired what you said as when we go from our current location to the new expanded location, I'm going to make sure my team members are grinding and helping the move because I know they count on me for a paycheck. Mm-hmm. How'd you go about doing that?
I begged them to help me, and they did. Oh, my crew's awesome. We've brought on a few new people since we moved, but my old crew from the old location all still with me, and they worked off the clock for 2 weeks. Gave me their time, and that's so huge. I mean, I can't even begin to explain like the difference that makes because the money wasn't there to pay for those 2 weeks. Hopefully, when business starts rolling back, I'll be able to pay them in retrograde for that time because that's what I would like to do for them. I don't believe in taking and taking and taking. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It's just you got to give as much as you get at least. So that's just the balance.
Tom Bowe says congratulations on the new location. I understand what a huge step this is. Borrowing from the bank on sweat equity. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I love your new location. I was there for dinner last week. Congratulations, Brian. So that's someone in the restaurant business right there giving you props.
Thank you.
I'm getting a ton of DMs coming in right now. This one's from Ricky. Jerry, please ask Chef how he thinks some of his most popular items will sell more. Does he expect more volume? Obviously, you do.
Yeah.
So one of your popular ones, say the ODB.
Mm-hmm.
How many more units? I don't even think units is the right word, but that's what he says.
Yeah.
How many more units does he expect to sell at the new spot?
Per day, per month, per
Yeah,
year, what?
let's go per day.
I'm hoping to at least triple our volume almost right away, and it's been pretty much that.
Nice.
So, a ton of ODBs every day, lots of fried chicken and pimento cheese and sausage gravy, But yeah, basically across the board, I'm hoping just the volume rises to like 3 or 4 times the amount of food we were selling at the other place. And let's not forget, we also have a full bar, everybody, full beer, wine, and spirits. We just opened that yesterday, so our bartenders are still a little rusty and all that stuff. But the more people come in and the more practice they get, the better they'll get at making your drinks. And and you also get an opportunity to tell them exactly how you like your drinks. That's the good thing about having green bartenders,
I love it.
But
your boy Andrew Autry, we're gonna kill it.
Yeah,
and he
that's
says
Wolf's my guy on the front of the house. That's Andrew.
50,000 ODBs in the next year. Jesus, that's a lot of ODBs,
It's a lot of chicken frying. Man.
That's a lot of chicken.
A lot of biscuits rolling.
How does the business change with the bar?
I'm not sure yet. Since it just opened yesterday, it was a coincidence. We opened our bar on Fat Tuesday. Didn't mean that. It was just a coincidence. But we did $115 in sales at the bar.
Nice.
From like 2 to 5 yesterday with basically only a few people seeing on Instagram that it was open. But I'm hoping that the bar does well for us, and we have the bar in there to try to build a dinner service. So we might be messing around with our hours a little bit in the next couple of weeks just to see what works the best. So if our customers notice that our hours are a little different, just bear with us for a little while, till we get more staff and just figure out what the best fit is.
Tim wants to know, can we watch the game at the new space?
I do not have TVs.
Any plans for that?
I might get a projector screen that I can pull down for special games and stuff, but I'm not really a fan of TVs going all day in the restaurant.
You mentioned it on the last time. You like the communal aspect
of
it.
I like people talking, and I like to hear the hustle bustle. I don't want to hear commercials playing when I'm, listening to the buzz of the dining room. I'd rather hear people, not TVs.
I love it. Another question coming in from Chris in Crozet. Love Ace Biscuit and Barbecue. We bring the family there often on the weekends. How's the parking situation at the new spot?
We have a lot more parking. We have, I think, 7 spots at the old place right in front of us, and we have 7 in front of the new place, but then we have another gravel parking lot off to the side with it's probably about an acre of parking. So lots more parking. Yeah.
Jonathan has this question, and I'm sure you've heard this before. Can you ask Brian if he has any plans to open more locations? First, he just opened this one.
What was his name?
The next question, Jonathan. He also says this: any plans at all to franchise the brand because it's killer? I'm sure you get that a lot.
I actually initially started this business with the idea of franchising it. And now I have been slapped in the face with the reality of how hard it is just to run one place.
Freaking hard.
I don't want to open a ton of or several places and have the quality suffer. And one restaurant will be carrying the other. And maybe down the road one day, but I'm not I'm not even entertaining that thought right now.
You get some props from Martin's Grill.
Yeah, Copany, that's my bud.
Nick Harris watching. Who is the owner of Martin's Grill?
Mike Copany.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I got to get him on the show one day.
Yeah.
And
Good
his
people.
special lady, I believe, also an entrepreneur. Herself, Mariah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's opening up in the hairdresser makeup space. I
Cool.
might get you guys on the program. I'm going to reach out to you. Elder's mom and sister in here right now is from Wolf. Wolf just said that.
Oh, cool.
Let me throw this to you here. Glenn Harrop, thank you for liking and sharing the program. What's your day going to be like with the new spot? How's it going to change? Is it going to be the same?
Well, I mean, honestly, I'm probably going to be not working on the line very much, flipping eggs and stuff, because I feel like I'm probably going to be more valuable to the business, like trying to keep the numbers right. And, I'll be still doing barbecuing and working with the proteins and the meats, but I think I'm probably going to be shifting to more of a administrative and backup for the kitchen role,
How's the neighborhood responding?
Great so far. Yeah.
Yeah?
We've had plenty of people from the Harris Street businesses coming in for lunch and stuff. Yeah, it's been good. It's been real good.
Do you ever pinch yourself, dude? I mean, I remember I met you for the first time when you were at Zocalo.
That's right. A long time ago.
And you were
Yeah.
grinding, and when I met you, this was a different time of my life. I was chasing pretty girls, and I was a handful of tricks team. Okay, so I met you for the first time. You were in the back of the house,
Yeah.
and then I had a couple conversations with you when you opened up Ace. Now you're at like location 2.
Yeah.
Your space is freaking huge.
It's pretty nice. Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I'm excited, man. It's just it was the next step. It just had to happen. That or I had to figure out what else to do with, how to make more income for my family. I've got 2 daughters that are growing like weeds, and we have a little tiny cottage we live in. So the next step for me and my family is we're going to build a house hopefully in the next couple of years.
Nice.
Yeah.
Whereabouts?
On our family farm out in Barbersville.
I love it.
Yep, in Stony Point.
That's very cool.
Yep.
How is everything going with the fam? Are they like just living at the new spot? Are they?
Yeah, my wife and I are both in there pretty much all day. Danner, my wife, has become the bar manager, and she already did catering, coordinating, and stuff like that for us. So she was already involved in the business, but she's way more involved now. Just everyday hands-on kind of stuff. Family business, keep it in the family.
Dude, I know the same way.
Mm-hmm.
My wife is literally watching the show right now. She has our kid on one knee, a computer on the other knee. She's doing project management and scheduling for our clients while saying, when I come home from work, which is probably going to be like 7:30 tonight.
Yeah.
Okay. She's going to say, you could have done this better. You could have done this better. This was okay. This was good.
Right.
And like, I love it, man, because there's no one like I trust more. And she's like my own, like, what's the phrase? Like my own toughest critic.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's just like, because it just comes from a good spot.
Yeah.
Trey Garrett says this: Ace is one of the best spots in Charlottesville. Keep killing it, Brian.
Thank you, Trey.
Harrison Keevil is watching from Keevil and Keevil. What's up, chef?
Hey.
Charles Lawson says, you're going to like this. Charles Lawson says, what a handsome man right there. He's talking about you.
Thanks, Charles. Yeah.
All right, restaurant scene in Charlottesville. Competitive as hell.
Yeah.
New restaurants opening. You ever
Yep.
think about that?
Nope.
I love it.
I don't. I think about my restaurant only.
Okay.
I don't think about a mission like other barbecue restaurants. I wish them all well,
Yeah?
and that's all.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How about the cream rises to the top?
That's true. It does. Yeah.
So you just
So
go
we'll
on
just
like,
see where we end up, and that's what history will have us pegged as, and all we can do is just try as hard as we can to keep up, and provide the best stuff we can for our loving fans and customers.
You do have a lot of loving fans. You got a good brand here. Your page is blowing up right now. Throw this to you. New people want to know new menu items.
We do have a couple new menu items.
What do you got?
We put our chorizo back on the menu. We grind all our own sausage fresh in house, but
Nice.
so we have our house ground chorizo back on, and I added a few healthy options like side dishes, such as a little side salad, which is cut and dry field greens, field greens, cherry tomatoes, carrots, red onion, and cucumber.
Did you ever think that Ace would have a salad on the menu?
I've always wanted to have one,
Yeah?
but at the first place I tried, and
It did not sell?
I think I sold like 2 salads the first month
And
and
then
just
you
kept
yanked
throwing
it.
away. Yeah, so I was like, all right, done. But we've been selling them at the new spot. A couple side salads a day, and we also have grilled vegetable skewers on the menu, just as a a veggie option. And we added smoked and grilled chicken wings, which are pretty popular, and people will definitely start to eat those more once they realize that happy hours at Ace Biscuit and Barbecue and belly up to the bar, get some awesome wings and a beer.
What kind of specials we got?
Right now we got the meatloaf biscuit, the Beyond Burger we're trying out. That's another healthy option just to see, if people in the area want to come and get that for lunch. We've sold several of them too.
How about a guy like me that likes a bourbon with a beer back?
We do that. We have, we've got, like I said, full beer, wine, and spirits.
Okay.
We might not have every brand that everybody wants, but we just got our first liquor inventory in, and
nice.
So we got a couple of everything, a couple different brands of everything. We could definitely take care of your bourbon with a beer back.
Good, good.
Yeah.
Elder Luke McCurtry, will you be doing live music in the future?
Maybe like little acoustic things.
That's a good question.
Maybe like, just acoustic stuff, but
Because you love music.
I do, yeah.
This question coming in.
I also like peace and quiet. Sorry, y'all.
You have 2 daughters. You're opening up a restaurant. You want some peace and quiet.
Yeah, I need it. I don't get very much of it, so whenever I can, I like to just enjoy silence.
This question coming in. Any plans for table service?
Nope.
Yeah? Just because it's a pain in the ass?
Yep. Well, I mean, it's got its benefits. Like, it would make our line more manageable. But then we would have to do seatings, and people would be like, "Oh, we got to wait 30 minutes for a seat." So, I mean, it's a catch-22. Do you want to wait 30 minutes for your burger when you order it? Because we have a line out the door, and I hope people realize that when they see half of Charlottesville in there, it's going to take a few minutes to get your food. Yeah. So, I mean, table service. I dibble-dabbled with it in my head for a little while, but we're just going to keep rolling with what we got.
Sarah Jensen, welcome to the program. Jensen family, hello.
Hey, Sarah.
Dr. John, the owner of Pro Renata in Crozet. I was just there this weekend, John. Your place is killer, and I love the expansion. Welcome to the show.
We were there. My family was there on Halloween. We loved it, man.
That
Awesome
place is dope.
Place is great. Staff is great. I don't drink, but everyone else seemed to like the beer.
Yeah.
So
I
beer
love
must
the
be great.
hot trone. The hot trone is legit, John.
Yeah.
All right, I'll throw this to you. Another question coming in about food delivery.
Mm-hmm.
This is something you're passionate about. You guys do not do delivery, right?
We deliver, yeah.
Oh, you do?
We just added delivery today.
Okay.
We
Through
do
one of the services?
No, we do it ourselves.
That's what I was going to ask.
The third-party services we kind of battle with because...
Can I straight up say it?
Yeah.
This is not coming from you.
Yeah.
This is coming from me, Jerry Miller, not Brian Ashworth.
That's right.
Okay. The third-party delivery services are slimy. And this is what I've noticed here, that they literally are crawling restaurant websites, pulling menus from their websites, putting it on their third-party delivery services, and making it seem like the restaurants legitimately partner with them.
Right.
And then, like, I'll order, because I got a kid, dude. My time is like, it is.
Sure,
like,
sure.
time is so freaking valuable.
Yeah.
And I might have like 45 minutes with this kid before he goes to bed. And then he's like, it's the witching hour at 2. And then this dude's nuts.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm like, let me get this food as quickly as possible. So we'll get on. I'm not going to name any names to third party. We'll get on, order the food, and then the food doesn't come. And then I call, and they're like, dude, we're not even working with that third party. They just pulled our website online and put it on theirs. We didn't even give them okay.
Yeah.
It's creepy.
It is.
It's slimy.
It's no good. And so, we straight up tell...
Wolf says fuck Postmates.
Yeah, all of them. They can all go F themselves. But we had we were open to the idea in the beginning when those guys all first came out, and they came and picked some food up. And I remember one day Wolf and I looked out the front door of the old location, and the guy had picked the food up half an hour ago and was still sitting in his car on his phone, letting the food get cold. So I was just like, man, we called the customer who ordered the food, and it's just like, your food's going to be ice cold. It's DoorDash's or whoever's fault. But we just, we'd rather just bring it to them ourselves. Now, that's not to say we're going to deliver a sandwich across town. But we
so
will
you're
deliver.
Doing that yourself?
Well, we'll do
awesome.
like bulk office part. We do deliveries to like offices for, several people's lunches and stuff like that. But yeah, if they call it in the day before, or like if they even set it up with us as something like a regularly scheduled thing, then we're happy to do it. Yeah.
That's going to crush it. Ray Cadell, did you hear that? This guy will do bulk office orders. Ray Cadell loves good barbecue right there.
Give us a shout, Ray.
Jeffrey Newton says, I need to get over soon. Mindy Flowers, Heart,
Mindy.
you, Brian. Can't wait to check out the new digs. What's up,
Yeah.
Mindy Flowers?
Mindy.
A lot of comments coming in right here. This comment talking about you working the smoker. How much more time are you going to spend doing that at the new spot? Good question.
That's a good question. Yeah, I mean,
Time will tell.
time will tell. Yeah, staff will dictate, and time will tell. I don't ever want to be an absentee owner, but I would like, a couple days off every week, yeah, so it's just that balance of getting the right amount of staff in there and, making it cruise. But if the staff is, all on board and I can get everybody trained up, if there's days where the smoker's running and I don't have to be there, that'd be great.
Simon
Super
Davidson, Charlottesville 29, watching the show. Landon Saul, hello. Caroline Cruz, hello. 14 chefs watching the show. Mike Hall says, I like the idea of no TVs. Mike Hall works at Interstate. Kyle Irvin is watching the show from Charlottesville area transit. He's the marketing director. Christopher Eagle says, the new spot is freaking awesome. Went there for my birthday on Sunday. Trying to get back again as soon as I can. Keep on doing what you're doing. It is working, Brian.
Thank you. That was Chris Eagle?
Yeah, Christopher Eagle.
Thank you very much, Christopher Eagle. We were pretty busy on Sunday, so for you to give us high praises is very, very nice of you. Thank you. Sometimes on the weekends, it's just, it makes me feel crazy because, sometimes there's 45-minute ticket times and stuff like that, and it just makes me feel good to know people are patient and willing to wait,
45-minute ticket times has got to burn you up.
There's nothing we can do about it.
Yeah.
It's like everyone in town has come in at the same time and ordered at the same time. What
love
can we
it.
do?
Yeah.
We're going to burn through these as fast as we can. Be patient.
I love it. I love it. Brian Radesky is watching. Christopher says thank you, and you're welcome. Your food is amazing. I'm going to get to these questions. Before I do, I got to ask you a question.
Sure.
When's the last time you slept 6, 7, or 8 hours straight?
I don't know. I don't sleep very well anyway.
Yeah.
I've never really been I've always just, shut my eyes and my brain starts racing. So I have to take pills that make me, sleep. But I don't know. It's probably been a couple weeks at least. I'm hoping to get myself some decent sleep maybe tonight or maybe tomorrow. But that's what I say every day. That's what I say every
the
day.
same thing.
Maybe tonight.
I've taken one. This is the life small business owner.
Mm-hmm.
One vacation in almost 12 years. It was our honeymoon, and we came back knocked up.
Actually, my wife and I have a very similar story about our honeymoon and our first child. Yeah,
And then the work really started.
that's right. And our second child was 3 months old when we opened the first restaurant. So my wife and Dana and I were looking back on that last night. Like, was it this stressful in the first time around 7 years ago? Like, I don't remember at all, and Dana doesn't remember either because she was like bouncing a brand new baby on her lap, and I was just basically gone all day running the new restaurant, and yeah, so.
Don't you look at the business almost like it's another one of your children? I say I have
Sort
a
of,
2-year-old,
sort
my
of.
kid, and this one that's almost 12, and they need like so much of my effing time
Yeah.
and attention and nurturing.
Yeah, they're both very demanding, the business and the children, and you can't ignore either one of them, at least for too long.
They both got to get fed.
You can just say fuck it and walk away from them for like a day sometimes. No, I'm just kidding, kids. Yeah, it's just real, life doesn't get any easier.
Dude, it's so much harder.
Yeah.
I remember life being way easier
Yeah.
than it is now.
Endless summers.
yeah.
Remember those?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you got to go back to
Get
school.
after it, do whatever I want, sleep until 12,
Yeah.
1, go to the job.
Mom would say, here's your lunch. Get outside until the sun starts
Right.
going down, then come home. It's
Now
like,
we
all
got
right.
people depending on us.
I know. And, there's no running into the woods anymore to get away because you gotta carry your cell phone on you, and people can grab your ear anywhere you are. It's like, I have my phone turned off right now. That's
It
pretty
does.
special.
That's like the first time in a long time.
Yeah. I feel, I don't know, I almost feel like I'm kind of doing something that could be dangerous. I don't know. Yeah.
Andrew Silver, love you, Big Bear.
I love you, Andrew.
He's watching.
When are you getting open down there in Austin?
He's watching in Austin, right?
Yeah, he lives down in Austin,
Yeah.
Texas now, and I think he's going to be. He's trying to get himself a new restaurant open down there, but he said opening a business in Texas is difficult.
Really?
I guess a lot more red tape and regulations and taxes and whatever.
How about opening a business in Charlottesville?
If you stick to the template, if you just go down the numbers 1, 2, 3, the actual formation of a company is not hard, but to be on paper as a business owner is pretty easy if you can write a few checks to get the permits and all that, and your personal information. You got that cold. You can write your numbers down without needing the backups. Then it's pretty good. But once you get the business down on paper, then you have to make it breathe, and that's where it gets difficult.
You know what? And this is me saying it. This isn't you. You know what pisses me off about working, running a business in the city of Charlottesville? And I was talking about this with one of our clients, and this dude's running a business, and he's got a business in Albemarle County and one in Nelson County. Mm-hmm. He says in Nelson County, all you need to start a business, they pay $35 for a business permit, and they're like, go. Charlottesville, dude, in the beginning of the year, them taking a cut of projected gross sales in the beginning of the year, and I understand taxes help make the city go, yada, 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 yada. They all work so effing hard. And then for them to say, give us the money up front in the beginning of the year on projected gross sales, it's just like a kick in the nuts for me.
It is. And then, especially being a restaurant owner, then they're like, oh, we're going to go ahead and raise the meals tax. We're like, fuck, what?
Right.
My customers don't need to see that. It's like you're going to just damage, you're going to hurt us by raising the meals tax. And I think it's bullshit, but, hey.
I agree. I absolutely agree. 3 more comments coming in. Stephen Bridges says, I cannot wait to see the new digs. We got this comment coming in. This one's coming in from Laura, and she wants to know, give us some advice. Me and my husband are thinking about opening a restaurant and working together. What's the advice your guests can offer us? It ain't no easy task.
Well, what's your relationship like now? If it's good now, then you might have something to start on. If you guys get at each other already, then don't open a business together, especially a restaurant. But yeah, hey, I'm doing it with my wife, and we get along, we fight, we do it all, man. We go through all the motions. We love each other, we get mad at each other.
Same with me.
It's just all joking aside. Just if you've got a good relationship with your wife, or your husband, back and forth, then that's the number one person you should be able to trust on this planet. Yeah. And then that should be the best choice of business partner. Now, if that's how it plays out in real time, then that's to be seen. A lot of communicating, more communicating than you want to do probably. Just it never ends, but it's necessary.
Well said. Well said. Judah, get some of the pics.
What kind of food are they thinking about making?
Laura, what kind of food are you thinking about making? Put that in the stream, and I'll relay that to Brian. Judah, get the pics from Wolf's Facebook page up on the new restaurant on the screen. Give us the play-by-play of the new restaurant. Signage, you got new boards, new menu boards, new seating, the bar, play-by-play.
Yeah, it's all new. We got the same seats that we had in the other restaurant, but we added some new ones. We transferred as much of our old stuff as we could. But yeah, it's I had the same artist come do my mural on the inside, the Ace logo. He lives in Detroit now. He's my friend Anthony Mon.
He came from Detroit?
Yeah, I called him and I was
like, how did that work?
Hey, Anthony, how you doing? He's like, good. I live in Detroit now. I was like, oh. Okay, well, I need you to paint the Ace logo again. How much is a plane ticket from Detroit to Charlottesville? And it's a cheap flight, so we flew him down, and nice. He made the painting. And I'm probably gonna fly him back this spring to do an exterior sign for me, because right now we just have a banner screwed to the wall. But yeah, so that was how the logo thing happened. Anthony designed it for me in the beginning, so.
The logo is sick.
Yeah, and I like loyalty, man. I like doing business with the same people.
Yeah.
Loyalty is big for me. But yeah, so we got the new menu board written up. It's a little easier to read and write. We had Mona Daniels do that. What's up, Mona? But she.
Why was it easier? One of the things
we made it a bigger.
Oh, okay.
So we could actually spread the food items out across a larger space.
How do you remove when something sells out?
We just put a piece of tape over it until we re-prep
Same.
it. Yeah, so same thing. If it's got tape on it, we are out.
Got it.
And then we'll get, when the tape's off it, we've had time to prep it back up.
Got it.
Sometimes that's a day or two. It just depends on how slammed we are when we run out of things. But yeah, so just never ending little fine tuning.
Kyle Linkus, I love the Live Edge bar top and bar top
Cool,
tables.
thanks, Kyle. Yeah.
Josh Hunt, welcome to the show. Josh is the owner of Cardinal Hall and Beer Run.
Josh is a great friend of mine. Yeah.
Susan Lee, great food as always, and such a great vibe in the new place. This question coming in from multiple people. Ask Brian what it's like to be in a kitchen that's actually big and can accommodate him in his size.
It's nice. It's nice. It's pretty nice everyone having their own station, so to speak, instead of everyone sort of shoved into a corner working together. But like I said, we are still...
Because you ain't no small dude.
No, but, we got a big kitchen. We're still trying to figure out the best way to set the lineup for, efficient service. It's just... Like I said, there's a lot of fine tuning, and I want to reiterate to everybody just to be patient with us for a little while we get everything figured out.
Well, we're about to blow you the F up right now, dude.
I almost canceled today because I was so nervous. I was like, man, we can't really handle a huge surge of business right now.
You're about to get bombarded.
But so starting next week, I've got 3 more kitchen hands coming aboard, which will make a great deal of difference.
Jeremy Butterfield. Love my boy.
That's my boy, Jeremy.
Dude, how about this? And we touched on this a little bit. You're a loyalty guy. You obviously have a lot of tight homies in this community.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm seeing I'm not even going to be able to get to all these comments.
Right.
Them just giving you props.
Yeah. Got a lot of friends, man.
Talk to me about that.
I love people, man. Love good people. I pretty much grew up here my whole life. I moved away when I was 18 for a little while, but I've maintained my friendships with pretty much everyone I grew up with and known around the area. Made a lot of new friends over the last several years, just good people, man. That's how I actually do hiring as well at the restaurant. Like on an interview, it's experience on somebody's resume or application is cool and all that, but I kind of go more for do I get along with this person? Do they seem like they'll be trainable? Are they with it, But a lot of it is just their likability on how I hire people. Sometimes that blows up in my face, and I'm like, wow, you're likable, but you suck, and I got to fire you. I'm sorry. That's part of the business ownership thing that isn't fun. That's
my least favorite.
Yeah, firing people is kind of tough. It gets easier, and sometimes people make it so easy that it's just ridiculous that they're even there, and that's kind of funny sometimes, but yeah.
Landon Saul Vivace, I can't wait to try the new spot. I wish you all the success. You absolutely deserve it, Brian.
Thank you, Landon.
Jennifer Kopp, Wareham, watching the program as we speak. Elder says, Brian is one of the most honest guys I know. No surprise, he's met a ton of good people in Charlottesville. Al Zappa, one of our favorite bartenders, watching the program
Big
right
Al.
now. Big Al watching the program. I know he's wearing black shorts right now as we speak. Al, welcome to the program, baby.
That's right.
All right, we'll close and wind down right now because I know your place is going to blow the F up. We're not going to get to all these comments, guys. His time is short. All right, last question we're going to throw to you. Ace Biscuit and Barbecue. What can we expect from the new spot?
So right now, what you can expect from the new spot is... we lowered our menu prices a little bit.
You did.
Which is crazy like a fox. A lot of people are like, what the hell are you thinking? I was just like, I'm not going to even go through it with you. It's my business. I want to give back to my customers. So I lowered lowered all my prices across the board. I know it's going to make it a little harder for me to pay my loans back, but I'm hoping that it just, encourages people to...
More volume.
Yeah, it's like, oh, wow, this guy just dumped more than $250,000 into his business.
Dude.
Yeah, I'm about $300,000 in debt right now.
Damn, good for you.
So, and that, I'm hoping that seeing the dollar off of most every menu item across the board might get our old regulars and, customers even more excited. Plus the fact that they can order a beer or a glass of wine, or if they want a martini, they can have a martini. We'll sell them a martini in a little rocks glass. We don't do martini glasses.
I was going to say,
we don't have martini glasses.
You're not even making martinis over there.
No. I mean, not in a martini glass, but yeah, we got all the stuff.
You're going to have a rum and Coke, a bourbon, a beer. I mean, you got the full bar, but...
Yeah, we got what we just haven't bought any scotch yet. And I have a few old regular customers that are Scotch drinkers that I will keep my promise. I said that if they
want some Johnny Walker or something?
No, just some. Oh no, way above that.
Really? Damn.
Yeah, it's gonna. One of my most regular customers, Greg Edwards. Love you, Greg. is a big Scotch drinker, and he likes some really expensive stuff. I don't even remember what brand it is, to be honest, but I told him I'd get a bottle as long as he comes by once a month to drink a glass of Scotch.
To pay for it.
Yeah, just to buy some of it. But so, if there's stuff that our bar is lacking at this point in time, we are so open for suggestions from customers. We will happily bring in things that people want if we don't have it right now. I don't want to tell people what they want. I want to give them what they want. So that's my philosophy. Yeah.
Respect, man. Mark Adams, get him. Brian Ashworth. Can't wait for the spot to open. The spot is open. It opened this past Tuesday. It's 8 days in. Joe Frazier says this: I've learned more from Brian Ashworth than anyone in the business. He has been an inspiration to me for years. Grace is saying, I'm bringing our family of 6 to you this weekend. Lauren says, our family's coming to visit you tomorrow. Caroline says, we can't wait to try lunch with you guys on Friday. I'm going to straight up say this, okay? This is going to be a good thing.
Yeah.
Blow this man's space up.
Yeah, we're going to get our asses kicked this weekend. There's no doubt about it. And I'm fine with that as long as my customers
are patient
and know that if you see 100 people in my dining room and you're the last person to walk in the door, chances are your ticket 100. So, just please be patient, and we'll do our best to get the food to you as fast as we can and, as delicious as it can be.
I'm totally grateful for your time.
I'm grateful for you doing what you do, Jerry. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Seriously, thank you. Guys, blow the spot up. Blow the spot up. The man deserves the community support. He is good effing people, okay? And small businesses, the backbone of Charlottesville, creating jobs and making the community better.
That's right.
We are about supporting local, shopping local, eating local, support local. We will archive the show in totality on ilovecville.com. My wife, once this show is over, is going to syndicate this show across the I Love CVille network, which is 17 Facebook pages, 17 Twitter accounts. We're going to put it on the 3rd largest Instagram in Charlottesville, almost 12,000 people. We'll turn it into a podcast on Apple iTunes and on Apple Podcasts. We're going to put it in a newsletter that goes out to 130,000 inboxes.
I'm going to bend over and grab my ankles right now.
That's going to go out this week, and we're going to archive it on ilovecville.com because we fucking love this dude, and we love supporting small businesses. We close with the same message every show, and it's embody the golden rule. Treat the people in your life how you want to be treated yourself. It's
Amen.
the golden rule. Charlottesville and the country needs it more than ever. I'm Jerry Miller. It's the I Love CVille Show. Take care, guys.
That was awesome.
Dude.
Was that 60 minutes?
No, we finished short. I figured you had to get back.
Yeah,
cool.
Cool.
And we blew it up.
Good. How much time did we do?
We did 40.